Hold on, I'm just finishing my pedicure. My beautiful feet. Oh, that looks so good. Oh, hey! Hi, guys. Welcome to Meanspiration. It's me, Annie Lederman, your leader, the queen of receiving unsolicited pictures of your penis. You guys, you've actually been so good. I haven't gotten that many dick pics lately. You guys are being sweet. Thank you. Is it Valentine's Day? Welcome back. I've been on a hiatus. I've been focusing on my Patreon, but I am back and I am ready for Meanspiration. I have a new sponsor I'd like to read you right now. Hey folks, are you tired of your logs not flushing right away and your poop knife too much of a hassle to clean every day? Then buy my favorite stool softener supplement, Horny Malone's Stool Softener. It's made of real corn and rotten eggs that guarantee a mushy, wet experience. No more clogging your boyfriend's or girlfriend's toilet with your rock-hard turds. With Corny Malone's Stool Softener, your poop will literally just ooze out of your hole. Use promo code OOZYHOLES for 15% off your first purchase. That's OOZYHOLES for 15% off. Horny Malone's Stool Softener. With us, your family. Oh, I get it. With us, your family. Well, guys, that's an experimental bit we'll keep doing. That was, so that's a real sponsor, and I would not have opened with shit, honestly, but I didn't know what the sponsor was going to be. It's called Surprise Sponsor. We do segments now in Meanspiration. So I have my assistant Todd here. Todd?
Yo, what up?
Todd is back. I also have a huge announcement. I have so many things to tell you guys. All right. First, subscribe to the channel. Okay, I always forget to say that, but everyone knows to say that first. If you like what you see, subscribe to the channel. If you don't like what you see, I hope you clog your girlfriend's toilet. All right. So I have a huge announcement. This is not about me. I don't want to be crazy, but guys, someone has something to say. Race It Puppet what do you want to tell us? You no longer identify? Pull up. Oh.
You can't see her. But...
You no longer identify as a man? You identify as a woman? This is huge, you guys. Congratulations. And you what? You have a what? What's a WAP? That's what it stands for? That sounds dangerous and unhealthy. Wet ass pee? Let me look that up real quick. Wet ass pussy. That doesn't sound all day. It's wet. Excess vaginal discharge can occur as a result of arousal, okay, ovulation, or infection. Wow. Vaginal discharge. It could be a bacterial vaginosis, but bacterial vaginosis. Wow, that's sad for those singers. Cardi B is that what the B stands for? Bacterial vaginosis? Cardi BV. Listen, I had that once in college, and let's just say I would walk into a room and people would go, "Who brought the Filet-O-Fish from McDonald's?" And I was like, "I don't have McDonald's. What are you talking about?" Anyway, so Racist Puppet is now a woman. This is exciting, guys. We're moving. We're progressing. He's still, she is still 100% for Trump, but I don't know. She says she thinks Camilla's hot, but who knows? We'll see. All right. What do we want to talk about? What did you say about what WAP?
Oh yeah, I thought it was wet ass pussy. Like I call my butthole an ass pussy. So I
Now,
thought she was calling her butthole a wet ass pussy.
a wet ass pussy. Your butthole's so blown out it's wet all the time.
It looks like a pussy.
I like that one a lot better, actually. You have a wet ass pussy. You got to work on those commas, right? Now, I don't want to say that there's a trend or anything, but I will say that Assistant Todd did also find me my sponsor. So there may be some sort of correlation between soft stool. But we'll find out. We'll see if he can make it through this episode without diarrheaing. All right, what else? Anthony's going to be back next week, too, I think. I can't promise anything these days because COVID has taken any sort of consistency from my life. But I think Anthony's going to be able to come for at least one soon. I went camping recently. It was really fun. I had a great time. I was in a tent. The zipper was broken. So I was exposed to bears and the cold woods night. And, but the experience of living in a tent was not that bad. And now when I'm walking through my neighborhood, which since that looting that one time during the march, there's so many more homeless people. Do you think there's more homeless people or the same amount? And I just didn't notice before because the boarded up, honestly, you know how some outfits bring out people's eyes? The boarded up windows on all of the businesses bring out the tents being lived in by homeless people. But do you think it's...
I think there's more.
There's more, right? They're everywhere. There's a kid running around in the building, and Todd is going to go punch him. Go beat him up. There's like very few people in this building, and there's not usually that much noise unless I happen to be doing a podcast. Isn't it past the kids' bedtime? I did it at night today. Go to sleep, little child.
He has no friends.
He has his mom's ex-husband. He can't. He's in COVID. This poor COVID kid. All he has is the pool. And sometimes I can hear him getting ready to go to the pool. And I want to lay out and get my tan. The lights are on me so you can't tell how tan I am. And I'll hear him getting ready. And I'll run. I'll run to beat him to the pool. And then he has nothing to do except color. He has nothing to do in COVID except color. I just did Joey's podcast. And it was... really nice. Uncle Joey's podcast. It came out today, so today. And it was good to do it, but he's moving to New Jersey. And we finished the podcast, and I don't even take my headphones off yet, and he starts taking a painting off of the wall. I was like, can you wait till I leave? I mean, it was like, I'm getting off verklempt, I'm fachatted, I'm tearing up, my eyes, I'm having WAEs, wet ass eyes. And it was really emotional. It felt like the last episode of Growing Pains when they forget they're moving out of their house and the whole family leaves and they're all packed up. They say their goodbye. They close the studio, goes dark. And then the door opens and they go, oh, wait, we forgot one thing. And over the mantle was the family photo. I'm getting chills talking about it. Was the family photo on their brick mantle. And the mom or whoever, I don't remember who it was, went in, they went to take the picture and they pulled it away. And behind the picture, scratched into the wall, etched into the wall, said, Mike Seaver was here, the star of the show. Kirk Cameron, who's now a weird evangelist. But it was very emotional to me, and that's what it felt like. It felt exactly like that. And also, it felt like the last episode, when it's the final episode of each season of The Real World, when the cars come to gather all of the people, and I felt like I was the second person, last person leaving The Real World. And if you don't get that reference, you're not my age. I had a birthday. I turned 17. I'm finally old enough to have sex with all of my colleagues. Or maybe too old now. I had a birthday. It was really fun. that's why we went camping. It was a great time. I love my birthday. I love attention. I love compliments. I can't lose. But I don't think I'm too birthday. I think I'm the right amount of birthday. What else do I want to tell you guys? Sorry, I'm rusty. I haven't done this in a while, but we will be back every Thursday now. I apologize. I might, even if I switch the day, it will be weekly. I met someone the other day. I've been going on 5-mile walks, and on mile 4 of my walk, I decided I was parched, and with my mask and my shield glasses on, I went into Erewhon to grab a bottle of water. I go into Erewhon. It's a rich people grocery store. It's, if you look at, like, people that go to Erewhon look at Whole Foods and they go like, ugh, look at that trash going to Whole Foods. Erewhon's like, hey, do you want to run into Common, the rapper? Go to Erewhon. Hey, do you want to see Jeremy Cisco from 6 Feet Under and a lot of other shit? And Clueless. Hey, do you want to see, who have I seen there? Oh, Jeremy Piven I saw there. Do you want to see Jeremy Piven? When he's not performing stand-up comedy 2 years in, you can see him at Erewhon. Anyway, it's very fancy. So I get my bottle of water and I sit out, and it's time for me to do my meditation. I do my meditation at 9 a.m., sometimes 7 a.m. or 9 a.m., and then at 3 p.m. That's my afternoon meditation. So I sit down, I start sipping my water. I got my fanny pack on, all my stuff, put my headphones in, press play on my meditation, close my eyes. There's an old man facing me, okay? Right as I close my eyes and I go like this, he goes, I can't meditate. I open my eyes. He goes, I can't believe, I always admire people that can meditate. I can't meditate. So I take off my headphones and I go, oh, well, technically, I can't meditate because you're talking to me, you fucking crazy old man. And I put them back in, and he goes, yeah, I just never can do it. And I'm like, no, I think you can. I believe in you. He goes, you don't know me. And I go, okay, but he's being kind of funny, you know? So then I put my headphones back in, and I'm like, all right, this is it. And I start meditating again. And about 2.3 seconds later, he goes, so what do you do for a living? And at this point, I just take them off. I turn off the thing. It's not going to happen. I go, oh, I'm a comedian. He goes, oh, I used to know Don Rickles. Turns out this man, Al Schwartz, he's incredible. He made 2 failed movies that he said failed. One was Angelina Jolie's first movie she was ever in. He just turned 89 last week. He's so funny. He's so sharp. We talked I came over. I didn't go too close. He was like, come over here. I was like, I don't want to murder. Dude, I'm going to kill you. You just made it to 89. I don't want to give you COVID or something. So we social distance, sit near each other, and we keep talking. He goes, what's your act like? He's so excited. He's like, used to manage comics or something. So he goes, what's your material like? And I was like, I don't know. I have a joke about seeing my dad's dick that I was doing before COVID. And he goes, are you gay? And I was like, no. And he goes, but people think you're gay. You're very masculine. I go, yeah. And he goes, women hit on you a lot? And I say, of course. And he goes, I know what jokes I'm going to write for you. He goes, I'm going to write you some jokes. So I now have an 89-year-old man writing me jokes. And they're going to be about how I look like a lesbian. So I'm pretty excited about that. I'll give an Al Schwartz update when that happens. But we've been texting. Things are going great. We haven't kissed yet because of COVID, but let's just say he had a wet ass pussy. Let's just say I pegged him. No, but he's great. He's really nice. I'll probably try to do a little video with him or something so I can add it to the podcast, but he's cool shit. So I'm texting with an 89-year-old. I now have this old man. I'm already like mourning the loss of him in my life because I know he's not going to live that long. I'm like, oh my God, I'm going to lose Al, my new friend. Okay. I did Josh Wolf's podcast the other day, High Live. I have been smoking weed again. Don't get mad at me. Not too much, but I obviously will have to quit again soon because we know my patterns. But it was really fun. Check that out on YouTube. I have a vlog coming out. We did a vlog today. This is my big announcement. The vlog is going on the Patreon. First episode. If you're watching this, the episode is already out on Patreon. So hit up my Patreon, patreon.com/Annie Lederman. This is for all tiers. We'll be able to see this. But I think you'll enjoy it, and I'll be doing more of those because a lot of crazy stuff happens on my 5-mile hikes. I spend a lot of time in the park, and the park is separated by 3 different types of people. Children who are playing, men who look like they're about to jerk off, and rollerbladers, and no one else except me. Wait, there's another page because I was like, did I just finish everything I wanted to say? How many minutes have I been doing this? 18 minutes, guys. You're going to get a 20-minute podcast. No, I'm going to go to questions soon too anyway. But, I heard a quote that I liked today. And it reminded me of the Ellen thing. Everyone's very mad at Ellen for being a cunt. And I was thinking about it. Ellen, they're like, she's only nice to celebrities. And it's like the quote, water seeks its own level. Ellen's only talking to famous because she's famous. All the other people are treating her weird. Leave her alone. I don't know if that's a good point, but I just like that quote. Water seeks its own level. And when I think about it, I remember the time I found a Community College of Philadelphia sock mixed up in my laundry that someone had left at my house. And I thought, wow, water does seek its own level. I have a fucking Community College of Philadelphia sock that some dude left at my house. Anyway, we're leveling up here. The water level is rising, guys, okay? I'm dating Al Schwartz. I have a very handsome 89-year-old boyfriend. I was on my 5-mile hike and, I'm listening to stuff. I'm motivated. I'm walking. I'm sweating. I'm feeling good. I have a fanny pack on. I look like shit. I look bad. I have a mask on. I look crazy. 5 miles takes like 2 hours. So I'm 2 hours into the hike. I'm walking down the street. I hear beep, 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 beep. And I'm a nice person. So when someone beeps, they sound like they're in distress. They need my help. I look over and it's a man. I thought he was waving a hot dog at me. I thought he had a hot dog in his lap. He was waving at me. I thought he was wagging a hot dog at me. And I kept squinting and looking because it was a small hot dog. And it was like flaccid. The hot dog was flaccid and it was wiggling around and flopping. And it wasn't the consistency I'm used to seeing in the crotch of a man. But it was flippity flopping around. And he was just looking at me and pointing and going. And there's a baby seat in the back. And, I made eye contact with that baby as he drove off. And then he pulled back around and did it again. And I pulled my phone out to take a video of it so he would leave. And, I spent the rest of my walk thinking about it. This man that had to have me watch him jerk off. He wasn't a ginger, so you don't have to ask me all those questions. It wasn't anyone we know. With this baby in the back seat. And I just can't believe he got that flaccid dick hard enough, long enough to even make a baby. I was very confused. And then as I was horrified and I was disgusted and I was insulted and a little proud, like, oh, I still got it. I'm sweaty. I look like shit. It's the worst I've ever looked in my life. And I still got it. And then I thought, as I've been thinking about it throughout this week since it happened, I need to really start looking at the positive things in life and not take the negative. And I need to look at the situation as like, one day, guys are going to stop wagging their flaccid dicks at me while they drive by me when I'm walking for 5 miles. And that day will come and I will miss these moments. So I needed to cherish these drive-by jerk-offs. And I need to really be grateful and thankful for them. So I did a little morning prayer to it. I said, dear Shaman, Lord, Mother Ayahuasca, guy, ma'am, woman, dude in the sky, I want to thank you for sending this small man and his wiggly penis to jerk off in front of me while there was a baby seat in the back to remind me that I am still fucking hot. I'm still so fucking hot. I still got it, guys. Quarantine didn't take me. I thickened up and they still like it. Your girl got it. So I lit a candle to that. I also have I've decided I need to learn some things. So I decided I want to learn rhythm. So I got this little metronome. How does it work?
You gotta take it off.
How? That didn't sound right. Isn't it cute? I got a girl metronome. I got a baby girl's little metronome. And then I can see how fast I want it to go.
I gotta pull out.
Where?
Out the bottom.
Which bottom? Oh, this thing.
Oh,
I gotta twist
you
it.
gotta flick it.
It sounds like a toast is done. So I'm learning rhythm and how to dance. Why is it done already?
You're not supposed to shake it. It's supposed to be flat.
That shit's sick, dude. It's pink. You know who likes it? Racist Puppet. Racist Puppet is very into this. That probably sounds good in your ears if you're listening. Oh, man. That's a good gag. Just annoy people. But anyway, I'm going to learn how to fucking keep rhythm. And I'm going to show you guys because I'm trying to learn something new every week. I'm going to try to learn to read next week. Okay. We're going to go to questions. I got to take a sip of this real quick. Hold on. Ugh. Oh my God. Ugh. Somebody had asparagus last night. Jesus. This pea is ripe. Anyway. All right, let's go to questions. Let's go to questions. Todd, how was your week? Did anything fun happen for you?
Same old quarantine life, you know.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Making that money, you know.
This is like your big shot to say something cool.
Making that money from the government, you know.
Ooh, you're an unemployed boy.
That's right.
We better not tell them you're my assistant. You get in trouble. That would be funny if you got in trouble for that. Okay. Sorry, I'm trying to find all these things. It's so hot in here because we have to turn the air conditioner off to do this. And it's so fucking hot. Oh my God. It's just so hot. Do you feel how hot that is?
Yeah, and I'm sitting next to the trash. That smells very bad.
The trash smells bad?
Yeah.
That's my underwear closet. That's not the trash. My wet ass pussy is really a vaginal bacterial problem. All right. The fuck are these things? Oh my God. Sorry guys, I can't find these things. Where do you find the... Hey guys, it's me. It's so annoying to hear yourself talk. Okay. No. Okay. Here we go, guys. Why are you so yummy? Ew. Can I take you on a date? No. Older or younger? What? Older or younger, what? Older guys' dicks don't work and they're truly damaged, but they usually have like houses and cars and stuff like that. And younger guys are better. They look up to you. They need your advice, you know? They need you. You gotta buy them cigarettes. I love them. And their little mustaches are growing in and you teach them how to shave. You know what I mean? So cute. Can I even make jokes like that anymore? Did my colleagues ruin my chances? Have you ever been in a deep meditative state where you've experienced visuals? In breath work, I have. Breath work, I've had like a wolf come up to me and tell me that we've got to get out of these woods. Because every time I do a visualization, I'm in the woods outside of my high school where I had my most traumatizing experiences. So I had a wolf, my spirit animal wolf, come to me and put his little head on my shoulder and go, let's get out of these woods. There are other better woods out here. It's time to leave this place. And we escaped. We escaped, and I haven't been back to those woods since. But that was a pretty good visual. What are the necessary steps for you to become my adoptive mother? No. If you're a kid giving me allowance, maybe. The kids give the parents allowance, I'll be your parent. I'm paying for you. My girlfriend is 30. At what age do women hit the horny stride? I don't know. Talk about aliens. Don't care. Did you get tips as a go-go dancer or $50 an hour as a flat rate? Sometimes I got tips, but I didn't like tips because I didn't like the attention. I would be up there crying and feeling objectified. And my bosses were like, you don't have to come in. Like, just don't come in. You don't have to do this. Why are you crying? I was always crying and falling off the podium. It was so bad. Have you bought printed toilet paper, and how weird is it to actually paint a puppy with poo? All right, here's the deal. I've never had that. I don't know what that is. I despise when people say poo. If you're going to talk about shit, say shit. If you want to call it poop, call it poop. But don't stop the word and say poo. Poo, that's Winnie the Pooh. That's gross. It's gross. It makes me think of men wearing just a shirt and no bottoms with their dicks hanging out, like Winnie the Pooh did, which makes me uncomfortable. I don't like it. It reminds me, it's just gross. It's weird. It's infantile to say that. It's a weird thing to do. It's like a gross, creepy, what are you trying to hit on young kids? Saying poo? Ugh, have the balls to finish it. Poop, poop, poop. The P's are the bookends. The O's are the books. If you only have one bookend, the books fall over. Poop, poop, poop. Poo is not okay. Do you say poo?
No.
Ugh, you would say poo, actually. You're fun to riff with. How long will you stay in LA until shit really hits the fan? I'm going to stay in LA as long as my life is allowing me to enjoy the outdoors. I've been camping, hiking on 2 boats. California is so fucking beautiful. But, you know, if comedy moves to another state, I can't say I wouldn't follow it. I just broke up with mans and I'm 37. Are you single? Do you feel the pressure to be married? I do not feel the pressure to be married, but every once in a while I feel like I want to have a kid and it makes me nervous. But COVID came in and crushed all those dreams anyway. So we'll see. I am just not attached to any outcomes and I'm just trying to live my best life. But I don't feel pressure to get married. I never was like a person who imagined my wedding. I never imagined my wedding. I imagined my divorce, though. Imagine getting in a crazy one. He's abusive. I cut my hair, wear all dark clothes. I train in Muay Thai or whatever the hell, Krav Maga. And I'm like J-Lo. I hide in the closet and I'm like, enough. And then anyway. Why do you look like a young Martha Stewart? Well, she was a model, that's why. You can't hurt me. Marry a fan? I don't know. Probably not. Maybe. I'm sorry you have so many tears. What are you talking about in my underpants with my wop? Tears, bitch. Is nose hair a deal breaker? No, who cares? Why would a deal breaker be something that people can fix? A deal breaker is like halitosis. And I'm sorry if you have halitosis, but you got to figure out why you're rotting on the inside. It's probably because you treated people shitty when you were a kid. That's my theory. I've met very few people with halitosis that aren't terrible humans. And it's like their personality is coming out of their mouth. But if you have halitosis, I'm sorry, that sucks. How many days have you gone between showering? Well, it depends on what you consider showering, because I call wet wipes, a little wet wipe up, a little squeegeeing of the body. I call that a shower. So 3 days? Man, I've been jonesing for that Meanspiration. Do you have the Roni? I don't have the Coroni. I just have been trying to figure my shit out, but I'm back on track. Join the Patreon, guys. I've been focusing on it. Join it. It's so fun. Why your booty so good? Want to go on a date? Why do men find raspy voices attractive? It's probably some sort of mommy fetish. Or, I don't know, guys like to get pegged too. It's probably, my voice is like, if pegging had a voice, it would be my voice. Do you agree?
No, you have a nice voice. I like your voice.
But it's a raspy, you don't like pegging.
It just sounds like you were yelling a lot in your college years.
I will be honest, I've never stopped talking since I was born. Since my first word, I've never stopped talking. I never felt listened to. You can tell I was ignored. Girls with raspy voices were ignored when they were little. I have been screaming. I've never had an inside voice. Ever. Do you sell cigarettes to children? I don't, but I just recently realized that wasn't cool. Like within the past 5 years, I was like, oh, I probably shouldn't. Like I would have probably given a kid my ID like 10 years ago. What would you say are your principles? What rules, if any, do you live by and live your life by? All right. Wake up early. Never skip breakfast. Learn to suck your own dick. Fuck everyone's mom. And meditate twice a day. It's very important. And always finish poop. It's not poo, it's poop. Does it smell that bad?
Yeah, it stings over here.
He's hiding his face in his shirt. When are you starting OnlyFans? I'm not a sex worker. I'm a comedian. Fucking hang out with me on my goddamn Patreon and get over it. My boobs got leaked. You got all you need. Best advice you ever received in comedy? Quit, run. No. The best advice I ever got was from some random dude I don't even remember, told me to always write about yourself and from your own experiences, because then no one can steal your jokes. That was like one weekend. Also, Donnell took, when I used to do his show in New York when I first started, I had a set list that I would bring up, and he took my notes. He stole them from me, and he said, when you forget what you're supposed to say, that's when the magic happens. And that was good advice. How was your last mushy experience? Well, my last mushroom experience, I went camping and it was fucking amazing. It was so fun. I went with my friend who fancies himself some sort of spiritual leader. And he gave me and my friends a bunch of mushrooms. My assistant came with us. We had, well, how much did we have? 2 grams?
Yeah, 2 grams.
We had 2 grams each. We were in Bridgeport, California, past, what was it called?
Mammoth.
Mammoth. I forget words. This is why weed is bad for me. Past Mammoth. And we drove like 6 hours to get there, sleeping in tents, craziness. We go on this hike. We know it's going to be kind of a long hike, but we don't really know what we're in for. We're handed 2 grams of mushrooms each. We walk up the mountain. I would say 20 minutes into the hike, I was tripping the hardest I've ever tripped in my life. Those were very strong. I think because of the altitude, it was stronger. It was crazy. Todd, do you have anything you want to?
I was too high. I was getting the fear.
Todd kept going. I either took way too much or the exact right amount. I can't tell. And he kept going, why would we put our bodies and minds through this? It was crazy. The hike was 8 hours and it was insane. I couldn't even look at things. My friend kept going, look at that beautiful flower. And I'm like, but everything around it is dead. And then I was like, wait, is that my outlook on life? That I can't look at beautiful things because everything's going to die? And then I was like, don't think about death. Don't think about death. And then I couldn't look. Everything was too beautiful. I couldn't look at anyone's face. It was so crazy. And then we kept going. And then each 10 minutes, it was like we were in a different world. Like we were in a galaxy and we had landed on different planets. It was crazy. I thought I was in fucking Star Trek. But at one point, I thought it looked like we were in Mad Max. Like everything was like this white sandy color. And then we'd step forward and we were in this marsh. And I kept thinking a dinosaur would walk by. And I kept saying, like, we're not supposed to be here. How are we allowed to be here? Humans shouldn't be allowed to be here. And we kept walking. And then we did a cold plunge at the top of the mountain. It was so crazy. It was so beautiful. And we're lying on this beautiful rock and looking at the clouds. And it was so beautiful. And then we walked back down and it was like we weren't tripping as hard. And it was like, oh my God. I mean, it was moving. Was it so beautiful?
It was so beautiful. I was just so high I couldn't really enjoy anything.
Even on the way down?
No problem. On the way down I could.
The way down was like the time to enjoy it. The way up was like, will we be trapped in this mindset forever? But it was just like, I just wasn't expecting to trip that hard from that much. But it ended up being so beautiful, so funny. I had such a good time. We laughed a lot. It was crazy. It was so fun. And there was this elderly couple who, I mean, they were covered from their head to their toes in masks. It was like, I was tripping so hard. I was like, is that a Muslim person? Like, what's going on? Like, completely covered. And we had forgotten our masks and we're fucking tripping so hard. Like, we're crying and laughing and we're stopping every few minutes. I mean, we looked crazy. And this poor couple, this old couple is trying to go on their last pilgrimage before they pass on. They're in the evening of life. And fuck, dude. We must look so crazy to them. But I'm sure they had a fun time in their lives and maybe we reminded them of some of them. But it was definitely fun and I've been chasing that dragon since. It was just such a good time. Anything else I'm forgetting about the hike?
No, I don't think so.
I feel like there was something else that happened. Oh, when we got back, I went to pee and I'd gotten all these rocks up in me from the fucking cold plunge. I don't know what happened. There was a moment in there where I was taken. Let's just say I was taken by the water. And I can't say there wasn't consent. It was. What happened? How did that happen? But anyway, it was really, really nice. And I'll have Todd put up a picture of all of us on the hike. It was really fun. My nipple kept falling out. Everyone kept being like, your nipple's showing. And I was like, you just need to deal with the fact that my nipple is always showing. My nipple has been showing my whole life. And everyone just needs to manage their emotions around it. That was one of my mushroom speeches. So anyway, it was great. That was my best mushroom experience recently. And it just was so amazing. Do you read the obituaries or Google people you grew up with only to find out they're dead? Most of the people I grew up with are dead. I was a juvenile delinquent, so most of them are in prison or dead. So I don't really look them up anymore. It's kind of depressing. And yeah, let's just RIP on the RIPs, if you know what I mean. Things are a little dark these days. I don't need any more darkness. I'm here to lean into the light, guys. And when I say lean into the light, I mean join my Patreon. It is fucking fun. We have a blast. I'm posting the vlog of this week of my seeing Uncle Joey, Josh Wolf. I'm going to post some of the episodes that I did on here that, some guest episodes. I have one with Bonnie McFarlane and Ian Edwards I'm going to post on there. It's just the Patreon's fun. But I will come back to you. I'm sorry that I left you. I will never leave you again. I will be with you once a week from now on. I missed you. All right. Thanks, guys. And thanks to my patrons. I love you so much.